Hey, Mama.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. So I'm a little sad, and I'm gonna tell you why. Was it last year that we were here?
Yeah.
So last year, we were tasked with restoring a really cool Dempster, and this Dempster had been on this place for a long time, and we got here, it was pretty bad worn out. So we rebuilt it, but the cool thing about this Dempster is the motor was shot and destroyed and wore out, but the wheel, for some reason, and the vane and all that was perfect. I didn't have to touch any of that. No sheet metal straightening, nothing. So this, I believe, was it May when the storm came through? June 25th of 2024. You know, Oklahoma is prone to having these little pop-up storms, and sometimes they're pretty gnarly. Well, this one was the same way. Here's what happened. So we had this windmill completely restored. It was beautiful. Everything on it was beautiful. But look at this, that's carnage. I mean, it destroyed it. But this storm popped up and it blew in from the east, which is really awkward in itself. It happens, but in Oklahoma, historically, and it's kind of just the way it works, storms track from the southwest to the northeast. So this is a weird deal in itself, but look at it, it just twisted it up and did an old body slam. So what we're doing here today is we are going to get this taken off. We're gonna not do it today. They're still in the process of rebuilding. The house was pretty beat up. This thing was built, but it sustained a little bit of damage, luckily. But man, I'm telling you, there was a big old barn that sat right here that was right next to the windmill. I'm telling you, this place was amazing historically. Just a really cool old barn. It's got an amazing barn here, an amazing barn there. Lori's over there digging through his stuff. Oh, she's petting donkeys. Yeah. But y'all, we're at the Peaceful Valley Donkey Rescue.
Yeah, the Oklahoma Satellite.
The Oklahoma Satellite. It's a big thing. How many of these is there through the United States?
There's, I don't know, probably about 20 satellites across the country.
So, and what's the gist of donkey rescue? Is it because donkeys are put out into pastures as a guard animal and they get left and their hooves grow in crazy and y'all go take y'all or something? Or
well, we have done some of that privately ourselves.
Yep.
And I know Peaceful Valley does. My role as a volunteer for Peaceful Valley is what you talking about, girl?
I thought that was you, Lori. It wasn't Lori.
You thought Lori was singing.
Here, watch. I'm gonna give y'all my rendition of a donkey call. See if anybody answers me. Nope, nobody's gonna answer. Y'all just looked at me like, what is this guy doing? Lori does them.
Let's go in.
Okay.
So Peaceful Valley donkeys are all people friendly. So.
Okay. Because that's the whole thing. People come here and what's cool is you can come here and stay, and that's part of the fundraising to take care of, right?
Yeah. If you're part of the Harvest Host Network.
Hey there.
We are a Harvest Host location. Here.
Oh, sorry.
So what's the cross? I mean, I've heard those are, is it a certain breed, the ones that have the cross on their back?
They are very common, and I'm not sure which breed it is. Certainly the gray.
Whoa.
The gray donkeys.
I think he was kicking at a fly,
Yeah,
but
he wasn't kicking it. Easy, Jeff. He's our oldest guy. He's 32 years old. So.
He's like, I don't like cameras in my face.
He's being a little grouchy.
So, are they all? No, you said 30. How old?
He's 32.
Goodness, y'all don't have bubbles, do you?
Oh.
Oh.
My goodness. Where do we
Well, hey there.
Let me get some spray on this guy. I know I'm supposed to be.
Hi there. No. So y'all. Oh, ouch! I kicked in the knee again.
I've never had that happen before.
Maybe I don't like the cameras.
Yeah,
I'm getting
that
out of
might
here. I don't like.
Is it okay?
Oh yeah. Y'all stay in there. No, you can't get out. He kicked me right square in the knee. I'm like, you punk.
That was like, you know, when kids are like, you know, get away from me.
Yeah. Well, Lori does it all the time too. I'm like, I expect it from her.
This will actually make some of them scatter a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, sure.
So how many do you have right now? Like 17 or something?
19.
19 of these rascals.
So 9 of them are actually adopted by us or
Aw.
private rescues. We don't do a lot of
Right.
private rescues.
Yep.
I gotta tell you, to rescue a donkey, you know, you talk about with their hooves.
Yes.
It is an expensive
Right.
and time-consuming thing.
Wow.
So a lot of the donkeys that do come from Peaceful Valley they're wild burros, and some of them come from the BLM.
Yep. Okay.
If they can't adopt or sell them. And
That stuff smells good, by the way. Smells like
Yeah.
citronella. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
it works too. Good.
And they're gone. They're like, I don't.
Well, it's interesting. Some donkeys love it. This guy, he'll follow me around for a while.
Wow.
How old is the one that's rolling?
I think he's.
Somebody's taking a bath.
Oh, I think it's a girl.
Yeah.
And
I like her hair. She's got long.
yeah, her name is Chelsea. She's got.
Hi,
really
Chelsea.
good name. And she was actually at what was considered to be a private surrender. Like they do.
That's
a
the
lot
spot.
Of people like we'll talk about where people can't take care of
Oh,
them.
Yeah.
But she's really obese first thing. Because a lot of times people will just keep donkeys
this.
and cattle or the horses and feed them the cattle or horse diet.
And that's when
That's-
they can.
Oh, they found her, I guess, or something.
Yeah, well, they'll get a fat neck like this fella's got. Kind
Yes.
of a fat neck.
Okay.
That's usually how I can tell.
Oh, wow.
a
Yeah.
wild burro from a domestic rescue
Okay.
kind of situation is because the domestic sometimes will be fed. They've been fed the wrong food.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are an old man.
Yeah. And he'll live to be 50 or more. So he's-
Crazy.
Wow.
I mean, he's still shooting girls and everything. I mean,
50 human years, right?
Yeah. He does not know that how old he is. I don't think.
I think they didn't like me saying whatever it was I said. He's like, when he gets in here, I'm gonna double barrel this guy right in the
I've
kneecap.
never had. I hope you don't put that on the, on the thing. Come here and get walloped.
No.
I've never been kicked.
Hey, it's
I've
just
been
me.
bit one time. I've never been kicked.
Hey, leave it up to me. Hello there.
So she was really fat. So what happens with her? I'm sorry, darling, to call you fat.
She said I'm big boned.
Yep. So she still has her beautiful mane hair.
Yeah.
She doesn't like being around that.
Oh, she don't like being on camera
Stuff.
probably either.
She doesn't mind the camera so much. But
Look at him.
Buddy.
see, like he's got a little bit of a fat.
Yeah, that's something else.
Yeah. And he's got. They'll get these fat pockets.
yeah.
And sometimes they'll get what I call Beyonce butt.
Oh yeah.
And fortunately, for a lot of them, a proper diet will get that
Yeah.
away. But the neck is really
Okay.
hard. You know, it's just like with us. There's some
Areas that
some areas that are just
stubborn.
really hard to get it going. So
Hey, at least you don't have to deal with a spare tire like us humans do.
so maybe every twice a year, I'll get a trailer load of about 12 to 15 donkeys. Of ones that are adoptable. So they've been through a training program.
Yeah.
They've been trained to supposedly be friendly with people.
Yeah.
Trained
They
to
are.
accept a halter. Trained to be led. Trained to be tied
think,
up.
dear,
and
you like
trained
being
to
on
have
camera.
wisdom. So
Yeah.
that's
You like
pretty
being on
critical
camera.
care. And
Crazy.
Love
if
the
somebody
barn.
meets the qualifications, I don't do the qualifying. The
Barns are
organization
amazing.
does. So you have to have a proper amount of space. You have to have proper shelter. You have to live animals are going to be.
Y'all, I love barns.
And they're not to be actually.
And this is
guarded.
just the.
So, like I know you
There's
got
something
the
about
barn,
this that
They probably wouldn't want donkeys to be.
you know you built things because you need it, and I mean this is just totally awesome. No telling how old it is.
Never knew fully.
I love it. I love it. Well, these donkeys are fixing to have a new windmill here in a couple months to look
Yep.
at. So does that make you happy?
This is rascal.
So
Rascal.
if people want to get a hold of you, they can look up Peaceful Valley Donkey Rescue,
Yeah,
and this is
donkeyrescue.org. is the
donkey.
website.
I'll put that. I'll
Yeah.
put that down somewhere down here.
Yeah. And it's a nationwide thing. So if you do read the adoption policies and you do the online application, people that get approved, then they send that approved application to the closest satellite. To that-
Okay,
to that
that's
donkey.
awesome.
Although I recently did an adoption to someone in Minnesota.
Wow.
That's the longest, furthest distance.
So, when you say adoption, does that mean that they've actually take possession of the animal, or can they donate to this kind of deal? Is it?
Oh
Is
yeah,
that an
you
option?
can definitely. Peaceful Valley is really good about asking for donations.
Hey, yeah, no,
but they
that's-
got to. I mean, they
you
go
have to,
through.
yeah.
I think at their main ranch in San Angelo, they go through about 18 round bales a day.
San Angelo. We were just there last week.
Yeah, that's where the Aero.
Yeah, Air Motor. Yeah.
Air Motors was. I noticed that when you guys were there. But yeah, that's where there's over 1,000 donkeys that are there. That's where they're being trained. Some of them are just in sanctuary type status.
That's awesome. That's too cool for school.
And that's where I'll get the a group of trained donkeys ready to get adopted out.
Awesome.
And like this is Tart.
Tart.
He is up for adoption. Old Sheriff is up for adoption too.
Do they come with their names, or do you name them?
You can rename them if you want to.
Well, no, when they come to you.
But they do come with their own names.
Yeah.
I don't name them.
Yeah.
There have been some that I've adopted myself, and then I changed their name.
Yeah.
Sneak up behind you.
What you doing, old rascal?
All right, Mama.
Yep.
We didn't come here to play with the donkeys. But
Always work.
y'all, I think this is the second time we've been here. And the first time we were here, I was like, you know what, this is really cool. And at the time, we were not set up to do what we're doing right now. But this is another thing that we get to do, is kind of bring people awareness of the local things. If you just want to do something, if you want to donate to a really good cause, or come pet the donkeys.
Pet some donkeys.
Perry, Oklahoma, right?
You want to rake some donkey poo?
He said you can take a rake.
Come volunteer.
Is that what?
Brushing as well.
Yep.
And they are very
You're so beautiful.
You know what I mean? You can tell secrets to a donkey. They won't tell them.
And they're not going to kick you in the knee. They did it because I said something in a language.
Camera. I really do think
it could be. They think it's something that's crazy. So if you come, don't bring your GoPro. It may be doing some kind of, I don't know, maybe there's a sound that it makes or something.
Maybe they've been trained at the main rescue there to how to handle reporters.
Just kick them right in the old knee. Well, the first one did it too, but he missed.
Yeah.
I felt the breeze off of it.
That's what made me think it might have been the camera.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because I've not seen that kind of behavior before.
Y'all, this place is amazing. The donkeys are cool. They're not going to kick you. Just don't bring a camera and you'll be good. The last time we were here, they loved on us like crazy, but I didn't have a camera.
Also, when you have a bunch of them like that.
They start to.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of gotten cooler, so they're probably filling their
oats. Oh yeah, it's nice here today. So what we're gonna do is we got to get this thing. Our main goal here today is to get this up off the ground so it doesn't get tore up more, because there are donkeys still in here. I mean, this is a big place. So we don't want them damaging it damaging them. We've had to clear out some pallet. He had it kind of blocked off, so that's what we'll do. So I'll put y'all up, and me and Mama's gonna get to work.
I built it so they can have it. I really did these little tubes. Yeah.
What we got to do here is so let's try all this stay together. Lift it up just a wee little bit, Lassie. I'm gonna try to pull some of the pressure back in. Lift it up. All right. Want to spin. So I'm gonna take crazy this thing stayed together. So that is a half, maybe a 7/16. You grab me a, I think it might be 7/16. This right here is the pull out right here, this wire. It's the one that's connected to the handle down at the very bottom of the tower, which turns it on and off. This is what's called a swivel. And this locks between the tower like that, and it doesn't let this thing twist up and get twisted around the pump rod. That little crescent might work, or anything.
There's a closed in 7/16.
Okay. What's that in your hand?
Half.
Keep it over here in case it is a half. It's a half. You were so right. So we got.
Now, because this is ornamental,
Yep.
is there anything that's not there that would be?
Yeah, so there would have been normally a pump rod that comes out of this with a
Right.
swivel here,
Okay.
and that's what would attach down there.
So
yeah.
this still goes up and down even though it's ornamental?
This doesn't, well, the gearbox parts move up and down.
But this isn't connected?
No,
to it.
this
Okay.
all this thing does is slide up and down. So like when you pull the lever down to
brake.
close it, this thing slides down
Okay.
or up.
All right.
When it goes up, that's your lever's up, and it's allowing it to
Cool.
spin, and then pull it down, locks her out. Ain't that right, Darcy? What is she?
Flat coat retriever.
Flat
We didn't
coat?
know that. Apparently when we got her, everybody knew what a flat coat retriever was except us.
Yeah, well, and we didn't either, so. Whoop, come here.
She's a good girl.
She seems very happy out there.
Mm-hmm.
She's a farm dog.
There's a pretty girl. Whoop, see that bolt? And here's the nut. Actually, I can just put it all back together. Hand out of it. There we go. Got it backwards. It only goes one way because it's got a little raise up V right there.
Oh, yeah.
But that wire is making it where I can't twist it. So you got a lock nut on for that one. It's okay, I'll put another one on it. It probably rolled down into the tower somewhere. Alright, so there's that. Technically, can pull it all out of there. So let's raise it up a wee bit, Mama. All right. So what I'm gonna do. Oh, look at the wheels all bent. Ah! That wheel was perfect, man. Yeah. Very rare and valuable. Hey, ease it down a wee bit. Okay, hold it right there. So what I'm going to do here, see everybody's loose now. Now, come down a wee bit more, Lassie. Okay. Come up a little bit. You see the bonnet took a big licking. Big. It got hit hard. Oh, come on. Okay. This thing was perfect, Mama.
I know.
God. There's no telling what's wrapped up in there.
Right.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so nothing's broke. I kind of expected to see like all kinds of like this being bent up or something.
Right.
The way this is tweaked, but it wasn't. Which is
Yay!
fascinating. So crazy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Someone get a big screwdriver. Put that over here. Nobody can see it, they'll see my butt. Do is open this thing up. This is the chain that controls the tail being opened or closed right here. This chain that pulls, it does all the pulling. Work this off of here. Okay, we're loose. So now I should be able to pull that tube out. There's that. Pull out tube's good, it's not damaged, which is good. I don't see any of the castings got broke. Good.
I think that
Pretty
poor
good.
little piece might be broken.
Oh, it is. Sure enough, that's the buffer. Yeah, right here. I didn't even see that. Get out, Mama. Come on. I think I got a couple of those laying around the house.
Yeah.
So sad. Here, donkey. Donkey! Makes me want to go home and watch Shrek.
Yeah.
Donkey! Remember, don't bring your cameras to hang out with the donkey. They're hollering for you. Lori! Lori! Come back! Lori! So sad, this thing is. So sad.
Can I ask a question?
Yes,
before you're
sir.
filming?
Yeah.
So, reading some of the comments, some people were talking about someone named Puddin.
Puddin',
Is
yes.
that the Fab?
Puddin's Fab Shop, yeah.
Okay, I've seen some of his stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good guy. I saw him helping people after tornado damage.
He's amazing, yeah.
Is Shawnee, is that where he is?
Tecumseh. He
Tecumseh,
lives
yeah.
close to us. He's the guy who what's it called? Catapulted us.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, he does it full time, I think.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He didn't used to, though. I mean,
Yeah.
he just was.
Yeah,
regular.
no, he was. He's just a regular old guy.
He's
and
still
then
a regular old guy from what I can tell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very nice family.
he's kept his personality, through all of it, and yeah, he's Puddin's Fab Shop.
Yeah, and he's loyal to his friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I I didn't even know he did what he did, but he mentioned this. Well, he came over one day and I was working on my old farmhouse. I was working over there, and he pulled up, and well, we had talked before, and he was wanting to maybe do some pictures at the old farmhouse and in front of the windmill for his car. So yeah, man, do it.
I see.
But one day he came in and he goes, "Hey, by the way, I came in here one day and took pictures." I thought, "That's cool. You do anything you want out here."
Isn't he known for doing something with like a rental truck?
Oh yeah, like mini trucks, little trucks. That's his specialty. Is little.
A yeehaw.
Yeah, the hauler, the yeehaw, and all those. Yeah. But he came by one day and he goes, "Hey, by the way, I came up in here and I mentioned, well, I was asking him about his software that he uses." Asking about the software he uses, and I told him I have a little channel, and he goes, "What's your channel's name?" And I just told him. I wasn't expecting anything. Well, he didn't let that be, so he totally he put us on the old YouTube on his channel, and I was like, goodness gracious. And so one day, man, it was a Sunday after church, and I was looking at my phone, and I kept getting dings that I was getting a lot more subscribers, and it kept happening. I was like, 800, 900, 1,000. I'm like, whoa! And I didn't know what was going on.
It's like 8,000 something now.
Yeah, we're like 70, 70.
Stay humble.
Yeah, that's right. But I mean, just people are just something else, you know. People, you know, the world's not all bad.
Yeah,
it isn't. The world is not all bad.
Well, just take your opinions that mean something to you, take those serious, and
that's
the opinions that don't, just ignore them.
Yeah, you're right. That's wisdom right there, buddy.
A variation of that is, pardon me for saying this, but opinions are like.
That's right. Everybody's got
everyone
one.
Everyone has
Everybody's
one.
got one, and they all stink.
Yeah, you're only allowed to have one.
Can I hold something?
I think it's because it's twisted. His last night. I'm gonna slide off.
The channel just lost its family-friendly rating.
No. Stay. You okay?
I know what the people want. They want YouTube to have a big, full-blown argument on here.
Oh yeah, but that don't happen. There it is, Mama.
There
Got it. Yeah, it broke that. So right there is the buffer. So when the tail opens, it springs it. And when it closes, it springs it. It's, you know, it just protects it. That's what it's supposed to do.
It buffers, huh?
That can get straightened down.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know about the tailbone right here, but I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. Well, I worked so hard convincing friends it would be fun to paint that.
And y'all did it, and look at it.
Yeah. Janet, I'm sorry about your work.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's so sad. Now, as for this, I'm telling you, it could be way worse.
That's good to hear.
You know, it could have been way worse. I mean, big time.
And this was the windmill when we came out here the first time. It was upside down, right?
Yes, that's what had happened to it. It was like a flower.
Yeah, it flopped over.
It had flopped over.
This what's called a mass pipe right here. This mass pipe it either wore itself in two right here. Yeah, some of our bank. Yeah, there's some right there. So some still dumped out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all in here, but I think it had worn in two because it was like, if they go long without lubrication, it'll just sit there and cut that in two right there, and they just flop over. And luckily, you know, all the other parts kind of hold it up there from falling, but it was just totally upside down.
Yeah.
That was before he was on the YouTube, I think.
It was, and we came up here in our crane truck.
Oh yeah.
I don't think
y'all
have seen that.
Or was it cold the day we put it up?
It was cold. And you, let's see.
Oh, it was cold and windy.
Yes, and you climbed up there with your Sawzall.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you were all wrapped up in it, and you said, "All right, when I cut this, you lift up."
Yeah.
And I was like,
and don't stop until.
Right.
It was all a very safe-looking enterprise. I wasn't worried at all.
No.
Yeah. And I'd asked you, where are you going to go when that happens? And you said, not worry about it.
That's when you did a backflip.
Oh yeah, and landed on my feet.
Landed on your feet.
Yep.
Telling you got to be an acrobat and a gymnast.
Yeah. And it helps to be a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
And you got to be mechanical. You got to be electrical.
Oh yeah, all of it.
Stuff. Like I said, I watched you solder wires. I was like, dang, I don't do it that good. You make it look so easy.
And I mean, you got to be a little bit crazy too. On top of all that, a little bit crazy. Because some of the stuff we get ourselves into is kind of shady in itself.
Kinda.
Oh, the old donkey rescue. Your window look. I mean, look at it. It looks like it's up in the air spinning. So that's the.
Oh yeah.
That's what we normally get. It's back to its old self.
It wants to. And she'll spin again.
Right.
I've said that more than once.
Oh, it'll spin again. It will spin again.
I guess, you know, folks 100 years ago, whatever, you know, stuff like this happened, they'd have to fix it and get it going. They needed it.
Needed the water.
Yep. And you can keep videoing if you want to. I just wonder if, I'm just going to set them over there.
Well, I have that bag.
Oh, yeah. I guess storms were as bad back then as they are now.
Yeah. And this really isn't that much different from that 14-footer, huh? I mean,
no, not really. You know, all it is
putting the sections together.
It's built exactly the same, pretty much.
They're just way heavier.
It's bigger and heavier. But it really is easier to, I've found out that it's easier to build that big wheel, and I don't know why, if it's just because.
Well, there's more room, I guess.
Maybe,
but,
and
man,
the slots are
heavy.
bigger, but everything's just thicker. You know, all these are like 1/2 inch thick, so it's kind of heavy. But, yeah.
And I was looking at the blades too. I was like, they don't look that big. And then you put it beside the
8-footer? Yeah. Yeah, it's like, okay, that is a little bigger than I thought it was.
Like, what's he making such a big deal?
Heard that be? Catch, Mama. So that's gonna just lay down.
There's old Darcy. She's watching over us.
It's gotta be straightened out anyway. The old thing. I mean, man, I don't like it, man. I hate it that it did it.
I'm glad it didn't break that front hub.
Well, after we fixed it,
Yeah,
because it's all welded up.
Oh.
Don't you remember all that? That tells you my weld must be a little bit okay.
Yeah.
Because you can't just get those. I mean, they're just not readily available, the parts for these things, you know? So, see that big old honking weld that's on it somewhere right there? I figured that had broke, that big old weld. I figured that had broken, but it didn't. You can't even tell it's welded. See that big old flat piece? Look beside it, that big weld.
Oh, I do see it now, yeah.
Yep.
That's your work?
That's crazy, ain't it?
You painted over it so I wouldn't see it.
Yeah, I was like, hey, maybe he'll never see this.
And then we stuck it way up in the air.
Yeah, he's on to us, Lori. He's like, I'm gonna look at my invoice. That shows you sold me a new one.
It held though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think we were in South Dakota when you sent Shane, when this happened.
Oh, is that so?
And when he, like I said, when he showed me the picture, I was like, oh no.
And it pretty much ruined the rest of my vacation. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
You can do that.
I was like, yes.
No.
No, not really.
Well, you know, just that you'd restored it and done all the work that you'd put into it. It's just.
Well, it makes the farm.
Yes.
It makes the ranch, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
It does.
We think everyone should have a windmill.
Or two.
When people adopt, we try to take a picture of them with their new adopted donkeys.
Oh,
with the
Oh,
windmill in the
nice.
background.
It's been easy here lately because it's at ground level, huh? You always walk over here. We'll get up really close to it. Sorry, that was probably uncalled for.
That might have hurt.
So
Yeah.
a little bit of a jab. Sorry.
Oh, the farm kitty's gonna come see us.
That's
Hi
a Kit
there.
Kat.
Hi, Kit Kat.
Most talkative cat I ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you think? telling us how it's done.
I like cats that are sociable. A lot of cats that I've always known in my life have been unsociable, like get away, I don't like people.
I wanted a mean barn cat, and I did not.
You didn't get it.
She just showed up, kind of like Darcy.
Okay. Oh, so Darcy's a show up.
Yeah.
I think animals sense where they're going. They're like, you know what? These people are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Either that or people.
Yeah.
Say, hey, that's a rescue.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the blade section that they painted a donkey upside down to us, but
I don't recommend that anybody that heard that.
Right. That's probably what did it. The little extra bit of paint right here threw it off of balance, and no.
Now Darcy the dog loves this cat and sometimes put his whole head in it.
Right.
Yeah. And the cat lets him.
Oh yeah.
I get their fingers.
They're buddies.
Cat's a boy and Darcy.
Oh, Darcy's a girl dog. Yeah. Well, that makes. But I have known Darcy guys, so I think Darcy is an Irish name. Or Celtic, or not Celtic, but what's the Gaelic?
Gaelic?
I think so. Gaelic. I just made that up.
It's okay.
Let's just
We'll just go with it.
It's very Gaelic sounding.
Do you know the old Darcys?
The old Darcys.
That is not very Irish.
No, it did. It had a touch of Scottish in it, though.
I found anytime I try to do accents, it winds up sounding
Right.
Scottish.
And you're like, why'd I do that? I'm such an idiot. I'm gonna do this right here. I'm gonna put some voice scripts over here. Uh-oh.
Your other ones are below that bag if you
Darcy
want.
with the cat.
I'm just gonna.
Y'all gonna play? Nope. Just say hello.
Hi, Darcy. You're a cute dog. Yes, you are. Okay, got all those bolts out. Can I have that? Thank you. This right here is a Dempster Model 12. There was this one, and then later along came what's called a 12A, and it had a bigger gearbox. The bonnet was probably about, I'm gonna say, a good 6 inches taller than that one.
And manufactured where?
In Beatrice, Nebraska.
Very good. That's on the other side of the.
Yep.
On the tail.
Oh, is it? Yeah, it is.
That's how I
It
knew.
is there. That's right. Beatrice, Nebraska. Yep. And then 12A, then 12B came along, and it's a good windmill. Actually, I'll take this off. It was a good windmill. At that point, they had kind of quit doing so many cast pieces, and I'm sure the comments will blow up, people that know, but
I'm guessing this windmill was probably put up in the 20s, the 30s maybe? Or
probably so. It could have been, yeah. And I think it was. I think it was an early one. You know, just to look
The
at
old
it.
house was built in the 1930s.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Get off there. It's crazy.
Close up.
Yep, all the bolts are still nice and shiny from last
Yeah,
time.
it's crazy. They didn't even get any wear on them. There'd that work. This ain't gonna be. You know what? I have worked on wheels that.
These don't look too bad when
No,
you see them.
when you know, and I really straightened out wheels that were like grinding when they hit the ground. Yours luckily didn't do that. Yours just kind of did a face plant, which is good. So I don't know, it could have been a way worse outcome for this thing. I still hate it that it did it, but. Who tied those? Did you tie those, Lori?
Yeah. I ate my Wheaties that day.
Yeah, you did.
Now you guys moved out to the country, right?
Yeah,
And
we're
this was your
originally from
first
North Carolina. So.
North
First
Carolina.
experience with farming and
Oh yeah. I was just pretty much a city boy from Charlotte, North Carolina.
yeah, and just took on the donkeys. I've always, when I think about you guys, I've always thought that is just.
Well, I know you have cattle, and when we had this property, I thought about doing. Obviously, this was, it had the milking shed. That's the one that got blown down.
So cool.
We got a corral behind us here, so it was definitely a functioning cattle ranch at one point.
So
but
neat.
somebody said, you should consider adopting Peacher Valley donkeys. There's actually a friend of my wife. So that's what got it all started. We adopted 3 of them, then we adopted 3 more.
That's so neat.
And then they kind of said, hey, you might want to consider being a satellite for us.
Yeah, that's really cool.
They roped you in. The rest was history.
But yeah, the rest is it. We have adopted out over 60 donkeys ourselves.
Crazy.
Wow. And how many years?
3 years.
3.
Yeah,
Wow.
Our 3rd year of being a satellite.
Man.
That's
and our
really
4th year
cool.
of living here.
And did you say the donkeys come twice a year, or do more often?
Whenever we, run low on.
Oh, okay. When you
on
have
the
space.
thing, or when they have a group that passes training, because they do have other places to send donkeys to, other satellites.
Right.
Just thinking out loud, this is quite of a financial burden. This many animals that you're having to take on and feed and give shots.
I
and
do this as a volunteer. It is
Right.
cash flow negative.
Right. and that's why I was really wanting to going yet.
Oh,
Just
Kit
kidding.
Kat's gonna see. Well, we might have something she needs to tend to.
Oh, now you gotta take her home.
Maybe there's a mouse in there that she's gonna a little mouse house up inside the.
Good. You start earning your keep.
Yeah, about time.
Oh, Graystar came back. She got tired of wandering.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. I
Oh,
don't
is
know.
she? Oh, there. That's her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's been having free reign of the place.
She's a true rescue. She was in a hoarding situation in California,
Oh.
and
A hoarding.
yeah, when they got her, she had long hoofs like elf boots.
Oh yes, that's so.
So scrawny.
I see that. We go to a lot of places and they have a donkey out in the pasture for protection. I don't know, but it bothers me because a lot of them, like they're like they can't even hardly walk because they have those big old elf boots. And I mean, why is that? Is it because they're just kind of like a secondary animal? They're not really there to. You don't have to maintain them, or.
I mean, if you think about it, I mean, donkeys to me, they pretty much built this country.
Yeah.
100 years ago, having a donkey was like having a pickup truck.
Right.
Yeah,
It's gonna do the work for you, carry things, maybe carry you.
Yeah.
After the advent of the railroad, in particular, is when people just a lot of people that used them in the construction of the railroad.
Mm-hmm.
And but as far as the ones in the fields, yeah, I mean, they're you make money from cattle. You can even potentially make money from horses.
Yeah.
But donkeys, what are they? They're pretty much the butt of jokes.
Yeah.
They
Well,
really are.
well, and you have to. I mean, they have to be able to be caught to take care of their hooves and all. And
I can tell you this: if a donkey don't want to be caught, it's gonna make it very hard for you.
yeah,
You
go.
think a donkey is stupid? You try to
Right. Try to catch one and try to outsmart it.
Oh man, I had one cornered one time to try to trailer it, a rescue donkey we were trying to rescue,
Yeah.
and it literally, from a standing still point, jumped over the fence that we had at corner.
Crazy.
Wow.
Got away from
Wow.
That's when I decided I'm not really into rescuing.
Yeah.
Part of donkey rescuing, because
Because you don't want to. Yeah, that's the hard part of it.
mine's the easy part. They've already been trained and.
And caught. and-
Right.
But yeah, I just fell in love with them, just taking care of them. And,
yeah, that's so neat.
and I remember the first time I was around, like had 3 all around me one time. I had a panic attack. To have
Right.
large
Yeah.
animals.
It can be.
And
Yeah.
now, I bring my friends in, they get kicked.
Well, and truth be told, I might have been a little bit anxious, and I know animals can
They
pick
can
up
pick
on
up
that
sometimes.
very much.
Well, I was too. I mean, because they were like,
And so they sense your anxiety, and they're like, "Wait, should I be on alert with
maybe I need
something?"
to, maybe I need to kick this guy
A
just
little
for
bit
good measure.
angry that I let the one donkey out to eat some grass outside.
Yeah.
So, donkeys are, one thing about them, they're very transactional. They're like sports. What have you done for me lately? You know?
Right. Yes.
You may have just fed me, but that doesn't mean you're not going to feed me tomorrow. So they're kind of like, I will do something for you if you do it.
If
for me.
you.
If you scratch
yeah.
my back, I'll scratch
Yeah.
yours.
So
Yeah.
like when we're doing the carrier work on their hooves, you know, you got to have some treats handy and reward them for having their hooves held and worked on. But one we rescued that had some, we actually had to take it to OSU. They had to completely put them under, so it was on the side, and which is really dangerous because a lot of them may not come out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They had to literally use hacksaws to try to get his hooves back to a workable thing. He still doesn't quite let us do them as much as we want, but
that one came out pretty good.
It did.
Yeah, one of them.
One. Luckily, these absorbed a lot of the impact when it hit the ground.
I gotta go.
Okay, he's got grease on his head.
Oh. Maybe I got you sticking your head in there.
Have you ever just custom made one of those?
No.
So I had that one guy that did.
I was gonna say you had somebody.
One of them is. I don't know which one it is.
Do one. Oh, I think it might be the one that Shane said fared really well. Actually, it's welded on the top.
Yeah,
here.
that is the one.
Yeah. The hardware store told me what kind of metal bar to buy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that is the one. That's,
it is.
Look at it. That's the one that's.
Yeah.
Because it's got the weldment on top.
Right.
There you go.
good job, Charlie.
Yeah. If you're listening, if you're watching the old Okie Windmiller, you did good. All right. Well, that's what we're gonna do. Yeah. Don't look at the back of my truck, people. I'm gonna set that. I'm gonna move this there, move this there, and that thing's gonna be set right here.
Oh, is it coming home with us?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Oh, it's fine. I'll lift it up out of there. It's actually good. It's gonna there, doggy. Yeah. Poor old windmill. Hurts my heart. Hurts me heart.
Well, this part's not poor.
Tough to say.
It is. I really needed to keep this. I would like to keep these
I would cut it
right here somewhere
or here.
because it's going to have the air motor platform on it because it kind of needs it.
Right.
The way the tower is designed. So I think we'll hang it here. And we may only end up using this much of it, or this much. But that's what we'll do. We'll saw it right here. And that'll give us plenty to work with. I do believe.
Not a problem.
We're always afraid we're gonna forget that front outrigger.
All right.
That'd be a great day.
Wouldn't surprise me if it happens one day. You know me. A stick got me. You see that?
I did. I'll get it out of the way for workplace safety.
Gracias.
So you made a partial cut. Now you're gonna have that so it doesn't.
So don't pinch my blade. That's bad.
You gotta go.
There it is. Ah.
Oh.
Battery time.
Eventually the years and the mileage catch up with you.
A lot of miles.
Yeah, for you it's going to be the miles, not the years.
It ain't perfect, but it helps. Uno más. Set that. Achia.
Here, let me see if I can.
Go. Ow. That wasn't terrible. Yep.
Cute little baby tower.
Yeah, so
Maybe we should do that.
so
Not so far to fall.
what this is right here is I have to have this and this for the Dempster. You know, because Air Motor has its own style. Everybody has their own way of doing things, and this we need to capture this and this for the Dempster head to do its thing.
Because the Dempsters have that big tube that goes down.
Yeah.
And an air motor has the mass pipe that goes in.
Yeah. It's got the mass pipe on the Dempster is actually mounted firmly to the gearbox, and an air motor sets and spins on the mass pipe. So
we know Dempster is superior. It's the best.
yes.
Okay. What do you really think? You like air motor? Right?
I'm an air motor guy myself.
Yeah.
It's just nice that they still manufacture
That's
the
the
parts.
thing.
Yeah.
Yours, I may have to search for parts, and sometimes that takes a little bit of time because the parts are out there. They're just, what kind of condition is it in? There are guys up north, a guy named Dan Benjamin and Neil, a whole group of guys are kind of getting together and recasting a lot of these parts, and then remachining. Cat's got something over here. Getting new parts that could take the place of these old ones, but very few out there so far.
It's gonna get harder and harder.
Yep, hard to find. Because a lot of these are just, like people tell me all the time, man, I know where 10 windmills are, but they're all abandoned. That's what happens. They just get left to rust and rot and decay, and nobody wants to take care of them. It's kind of sad. It breaks my heart.
Everything requires maintenance.
Yeah,
It really
it
does.
does.
I mean,
Yeah, especially windmills. They're just a big moving.
relationships require maintenance.
They
everything,
do. Yep. I wouldn't know nothing about that. Yeah, they do. What happened?
I'm just clumsy.
What'd you do? Oh, trip over the
Tail.
tail? Careful. You don't want to do that.
Doesn't count unless you fall all the way down, right?
Oh, did you do it? Were you walking backwards?
Nope.
Did the camera catch the fall at least?
You might have got a little jolt.
And some audio.
Yeah. All right. I say we put the vane in there first. Here's the that big old black widow.
Dang.
Everybody's like, let me see the.
Yeah, that's what they want to see.
So
That.
in Oklahoma, that right there is
Got some eggs too.
Yeah, a bad dude.
Oh, are those little baby ones walking around?
Oh,
yeah.
it is.
Yeah,
She's got
they
babies.
hatched.
She's got babies, and she's got 2 more egg sacs full of babies. That's crazy. Where you want me to put these at? You want me to put them in your garage or anything?
I'll give you $100 if you eat that. If I might make crabble eggs.
Oh, you could, yeah.
I mean,
We like to feed them sometimes when we have them. Just throw little insects in there. They're fast.
boy, when I first moved here and nobody was living here, when I'd be cutting the grass around the tree-lined areas, they would just be some of the biggest spiders.
Wow.
And you know, you're just riding along, all of a sudden, ah!
Oh, I know. I run in the mornings, and so I walk. I have a 5-minute warm-up, and that gets me past. We have like a trees on one side and then the fence, kind of an alleyway, and they like to make their webs across that. So I take a stick with me and try to get them,
ahead
because
of you, yeah.
if I run into a spider web, you better not be near me.
You look funny from a distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all thumbs today, y'all.
I'm not a fan of spiders or their webs.
My wife, she don't like rodents. She doesn't like
Rodents.
a rodent of any kind.
Yep. No more spider, baby. That's good.
I need to watch myself around here though.
Ugh. Yep. You know what's crazy is, like, people watch our channel, Australia. Are we still on?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Black Widow and the brown recluse, aka the fiddleback, are our
Very good.
is that right? Our bad spiders.
Yeah, people in Australia, they don't know nothing about venomous creatures.
No, nothing.
I hear they have spiders like the size of a dinner plate.
Yeah, if you're in Australia, I know you are. I know a bunch of my buddies in Australia. Tell me what y'all have out there that are. And I don't do spiders well either. I mean, snakes.
Oh, snakes, yeah.
Snakes are, yeah.
I've never really been one to just go and pick them up.
No. We're not totally bombarded with poisonous snakes here in Oklahoma, but got the copperhead.
Timber rattler. Or
Copper-headed rattle moccasin.
Yeah, and the little bitty pygmy rattlesnakes are starting to get pretty
Oh, is that right?
popular. Yeah. Do y'all have those here yet?
I have not seen a pygmy. I see maybe a timber every once in a while,
Yeah.
but really with the donkeys around.
Oh, yeah.
Too much.
Oh,
Good
that's
job.
good.
Black snakes. I welcome the black snakes.
You do like snakes?
Oh, black snakes I do.
Oh, black, yeah.
We have chickens, and if I find one in my chicken coop, it gets a pass.
They get the pass?
Well, they get one pass. We'll
They get
haul
hauled
it off.
Move them off.
We'll
okay.
haul it off.
And they show up again.
If it shows up again, then it can't stay.
I don't know how much snakes.
But we'll even give them a couple of tries, I think.
Well, it's amazing how far you can take them and come back.
And they'll come right on back.
Actually, I had on camera before one time. Yeah, now I ordered it online and picked it up at Tractor Supply. Now I don't see it on their website anymore. But I saw it for $3,000. I'm like, well, you know, that's a little cheaper. And then I saw it listed for $2,000. I was like,
You're like, that's my son.
Yeah.
Hey, that looks.
Quiet.
now you look at a UTV.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Those are going to be
10, 15,000.
yeah.
Those fit perfect.
And
we
I'm
might need
doing-
one of these for windmilling.
Oh.
I'm doing just fine with this. Take it to the back to go fishing, you know.
Oh yeah.
Now when Darcy sits on the seat, there's no room for me. She likes to go for rides.
Do that, old girl.
Yeah, she looks like she might be ready now.
Wanna go for a ride?
Daddy?
Get up there. Yeah, there she goes.
It's like, Daddy, let's go. Aww. Hi, Darcy.
Tell me where I sit when she's up
You
there.
know, where's Papa gonna sit at?
You ready to go for a ride?
Girl.
Where? I gotta stand up and drive.
Oh, look at that. She's so pretty. She's a good baby. All right, Mama.
Oh, there's Kit Kat.
All right.
You like to go for rides too, Kit
Go
Kat?
take these.
All right, y'all. We got it down. We got it. It's all loaded up in the truck. I decided to leave the wheel here because it doesn't need to go because they just get tore up at our house. It's safer here, I think. But are we done?
I think so.
Lunchtime. 12:01. So, I appreciate y'all watching. I'll get this thing loaded up. This y'all say we want to see what you do on the daily. This is kind of it. This is a big staging job. We had to get it down but for safety reasons, so it doesn't hurt the animals. So we're gonna get this home. I'll put it on a stand and start working on it, and then he's thinking sometime after December or January or something like that in the winter he'll be ready to go up with it, because he still has to get rid of that house is going to go away and some other stuff, and the windmill's going to go somewhere in that area. So this is kind of a twofold thing. They get to it's bad that they lost their windmill, but now they can put the windmill where they want it, because it was really a marginal well. So they ended up just putting a really small little trickle solar pump in it. So the windmill's going to be in a cool place. They'll be able to see it from the new house. So that's what we do. Mama, got any last words?
Have a great day.
Yeah, have a great day. Y'all remember hit the, that's all she ever says.
I know, I have to come up with something. Words of wisdom from Mama.
Yeah, that's it. We need a shirt and a book.
Yeah.
But anyway, like and subscribe if you don't mind.
Right.
Please keep watching us. Oh, I'm looking right in the sun, ain't I?
Yeah, you've got sunglasses on.
Please keep watching us.
There you are.
Y'all are supporting us big time. Our viewers are going up. Comments are going up. Y'all are amazing all over the world. We love it. And we hope we just keep bringing y'all content that you like to watch. I hope you like it. It's because it's all we do. So
we're still working on that 14-footer, so be looking for that video. It's going to be awesome. We're
dead smack dab in the middle of that. There's a lot of video there I've got to edit, but it's a job. So I think concrete's getting poured today. So it's happening, y'all. So stay tuned. Please keep coming back to Okie Windmiller. Remember, if you subscribe, it don't cost you nothing. You'll get these little notifications that say, hey, Okie Windmillers did something. They put something up. And that makes you want to come watch it. And you'll be like, wow, they finally got the 14-footer up. Yeah. So please stick around. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.